This collaboration between the Field Museum and the Indian community through the Indo-American Heritage Museum. We've been working on this for quite a while, over a year, to bring this here and to add to the exhibition that comes to us from the Smithsonian, and then we added local stories and local objects from the community into it.
Jap, when we are bringing something to Field Museum, it has to have a level of standard, because what is getting in here, because when we talk Chicago, when we talk Field Museum, it has its set standards. So when did you plan on having this, and how long it took you to make this day possible?
Well, as I said, we've been working intensely for a year. So even though we had a core exhibit that came to us, adding the content, you're right, it has to be to the museum standards, and we work very closely in collaboration with our partners from the Indo-American Heritage Museum to do that.
Since you have worked on many various different projects of yours, when we're talking about this, if you have to share one experience of yours when this exhibition was about to come and now it is there, what is that remarkable thing that comes in your mind?
Well, I think the generosity of the community coming forward to lend their objects to bring this story to life. I mean, the pleasure for us, for the big institution, the Field Museum, to work with the community directly was a real privilege and a real pleasure.
I'm feeling very proud. I was born in India, and I've worked here at the Field Museum for over 20 years, and so it's always thrilling when we have an exhibit that reflects my heritage here. But this one is especially wonderful because it's not about your usual India fare. It's about Indian Americans and how the significant and deep and diverse contributions that Indian Americans, Desis, and people like me who were born in India and came here have contributed to this country. So I'm very, very proud and thrilled.
Alakaji, let's hear about your background. When did you come to US?
I came to the United States in the end of 1959 when I was only 6 years old, and my father came here to study. He got his doctorate here in physics and then decided to stay in the United States, and so we grew up here.
So is it Chicago home?
Chicago is home now. I actually did grow up here. My father was at Argonne National Laboratory for many years, and then we moved. Still, people in the U.S. did not know who Indians were. My mother wore a sari, but it had no resonance, and oftentimes people thought we were African American or we were Native American. So there was a lot of confusion about, and there was a lot of discrimination. Mr. Chandrasekhar, he came even earlier and faced quite a bit of discrimination in the United States. But now, I think the change has been that now there's such a diversity of Indian presence here. You cannot say it's all one thing or the other. And this exhibit captures a lot of the ways in which, over the years, you've seen this kind of diverse ways in which Indians have come here, have contributed, have made a life. And I think that's really the big change. And yes, you're right. Now it's not like people know, where India is, who Indian Americans are.
Collaborating with different organizations and agencies for celebration of 70th, and Bollywood is one of that one. The second is in India, Naperville on 12th August, the parade, and 12th August in India Day. August 13, now they change it. August 13 is India Day parade, and then Iowa and different cities also. Oh yeah. So this is the whole year for 6 years package for celebration. Is not one day, and the consulate flag hosting will be in the morning on 15th August in the Delhi Plaza Center.
Today I am so relieved, and I am so glad to finish this part of my life and get on with life beyond Bollywood. It's been very rewarding, but it's been also very exhausting. And we've worked hard, and with the community's help, I think it's all come together very nicely.
The biggest challenge for us was representing a vibrant and large community like the Indian American community in Chicago in a comparatively small space in the Field Museum, and being able to bring to life the diversity, the richness of our culture, all the contributions that we have made. There were so many aspects of our history and our current experience. We wanted to put it all in, and we were told, well, there's only so much room, and you have to pick certain objects that are representative. You have to make sure that it is inclusive enough so that we talk about different people from different walks of life.
We do collect oral histories. So you want to tell a story? Call us and we'll collect, we have set of interviews. We'll record your story and, put it on our website. And you want to give it to your children or, to your family, you can do that. So we have tons of stories, people who came. And I'll request to the community, people who came before 1965, they're still around. Please call us, and we'll love to listen to their stories and the whole world to know that why did they come and how important it is, their journey.